Hey, what's going on, everybody? TaylorMade Hoops live and direct once again with you, coming to you with TaylorMade Hoops Coach's Corner. Today, I have a very, very special guest. I got to give him his proper introduction, man. Hey, I told everybody, man, it's like your own Club Shay Shay, Coach. I got to give you props, Coach. Well, today I have a very special guest, man. This gentleman, man, is a veteran in the coaching game. He's coached everywhere from East Texas to the Panhandle, and everywhere he's been, he has won big time winner, doing a great job in his first year where he's at now. I have no other than the myth, the legend, Coach Eddie Walker, head coach at Dallas Roosevelt High School. How you doing, Coach Walker?
Now doing all good, man. Thank you for this. Thank you towards inviting me on here.
Hey, Coach, now, Coach, man. Hey, I appreciate it, Coach, because I know that you support me, Coach. So I always like to support who support me, Coach. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying? So I always, Coach, that's how I roll, Coach. But Coach, man, we're gonna go ahead and let the viewers know the objectives and the points of conversation for tonight. Today with Coach Walker. We'll be talking about team culture, offensive and defensive philosophy, what he believes in, and we're gonna talk about the upcoming season. The first question we're gonna start off with, Coach, because I tried to do a little digging, Coach, do my homework on you, Coach. But hey, I always like for you to share it, Coach. Go ahead, and let everybody know, Coach. Where did you grow up in your in your athletic and educational journey, Coach?
Okay, well, I grew up in Winona, Texas. That's next to Tyler, Texas. Small town. I was raised on a farm. Pigs, chicken, cows, horses.
Okay, okay, Coach. All right.
Yeah, man. It was a humble upbringing, hard working. Had to be up. We shell peas. I had to go pick peas. I had to go do a whole lot of things that involve hard work. And I told myself, I said, at that time, man, I got to get an education because I ain't gonna be able to do this all my life.
Yeah, yeah, Coach. Yeah, yeah.
uh, but but man, I learned a lot, a whole lot. My mother raised me, great lady, teacher. She's been a teacher for 41 years, so she the one
Okay.
introduced me to education. And she's back teaching too, so she
Huh.
loved it. So with that being said, I also my principal in high school, which became my superintendent, made every basketball player coach third and fourth grade. And with that being said, that's when I was introduced to coaching, real strong, hands-on. And so that's when I learned about it, and that's when I knew I had to do that. That's when I knew I had to coach. And my baseball coach, who was also my football coach, Coach Robert Carr, and my basketball coach was Coach Jackson, Elvis Jackson. They was a big influence in my life. Also, not having a father in my life, they was a huge influence in my life too. And so I ended up going to college playing baseball and basketball. I went to a JUCO in McPherson, Kansas Central College, and played baseball and basketball there. Then ended up transferring to McMurray University, where I hurt my knee, man, my junior year, the last of my junior year, and made a bad decision by quitting. I felt like if I wasn't playing those sports, I didn't feel like being in school. It was, young and dumb. You know how they go. And so I end up not doing that. And then I end up where I had to go back and play back to Tyler, Texas, where I started working at a company. And so that company ended up closing up. They offered to pay my last year, and that's how I ended up at Texas College, finishing my last year of schooling. And from there, man, I started out at Karnak. Actually, I started out at Winona as a volunteer coach and as an aide. I did the volunteering all year long and everything. So it was basically like I was a coach, but I wasn't being paid for it. I loved it though, loved it, man. And I was happy towards the opportunity. And then I ended up going to Karnak, where it was only K through eighth grade. And I was a fifth grade self-contained teacher, and I was a middle school girls.
Huh.
Uh,
Okay.
yeah, so that's how I started out. 7th, 8th grade girls at Karnak ISD. Man, we end up averaging almost 70 points a game as girls. I only had 7 girls, but we ran and pressed. Hey, I didn't soften up because I had ladies on there. So that was a nice year, and then I ended up going to where I was an assistant again at Union Hill and everything. And after that, I ended up going, had my first chance as a head coach at McCamey ISD, south of Odessa. I know
Okay.
you
Okay.
don't know what it is because I
No,
didn't.
Coach, yeah, I'm looking at you, Coach Walker. I'm like, okay.
Hey,
Look,
come on,
look, Coach, I'm trying to play it up. I'm like, man, what the heck is that? Coach? Okay.
McCamey ISD. I didn't know these
Okay.
badges. Uh, gave me my first opportunity. Man, I had to drive like 8.5 hours away to get there. Uh,
Man.
wife and I, she had my back, man. I'm married, and I'll be married for 17 years, man. And she had my back, and I got 5 kids. I got 2 older ones, and I got
Okay.
3 smaller ones. And so, love my family. My wife had my back, and she supported me all the way, man. We drove way out there. She teach also, so she got hired also there, and
Okay.
it was picked dead last in district, but in every poll. And so, but that was my first opportunity, man. So I took it. I was like,
Yeah.
and I had my oldest son at that time, and he was a senior, and then I had my other son, and he was a sophomore, and so
Okay.
my older son played varsity and my sophomore son played JV. But man, we end up um, winning district
Mm.
and went to regionals. First time in school history that year.
Coach, I coached a little small town like that. Coach, they're ready to make you the mayor of the city. Hey, you the keys, Coach. You couldn't do no wrong. I promise you, Coach. I promise you, Coach. Coach, I was the head coach down at Cumbie High School.
Oh, I
Down
know
by,
what Columbia is.
yeah, Coach. So I know what you talking about, Coach. Yeah, you win down there, Coach. Hey, Coach, them folks gonna love you, Coach. Seriously,
Yeah,
Coach. Yes,
yeah,
sir.
yeah. Great environment, great school.
Yeah.
But my wife was ready to get back to East Texas, of course. And I ended up going to Laneville, where it was where I was the AD slash head
Okay.
basketball coach. We ended up being ranked number 6 there. And so we did great there. Loved it, man. But my son who was sophomore, he was a junior and they didn't have football. So he wanted to play
Okay.
football. And so
Okay.
I was like, man, I hate to leave there, but I end up in Lakey. Yeah, you look at me crazy now too. Lakey
Now,
eyes.
now, I think I might have to make sure I get right now. Lanky, that's West Texas also, Coach.
That's down
That's East
south.
Texas.
That's down
Down
south.
south. Okay.
Yeah, that's past San Antonio and stuff. And
Okay. Okay.
so I went down there, where actually the town is actually a tourist place where you can float the river.
Okay.
And they got the largest state park in the
Okay.
United States down there. So it's a tourist spot. And so, man, it was a great spot, man. I enjoyed it down there. I was head basketball there too. End up well, we was picked second to last in district. End up getting second in district and went to the second round of playoffs there. And that haven't been done there in over 12 years. So we end up doing our thing there. And then the AD ended up changing and bringing in his own basketball coach. You know how they go. And then I
Yep.
end
Yep. Yep.
up
Yep.
uh, moving on to Rock Springs, who
I
was
know.
in
I
the,
know. I know Rock Springs. I know about Rock Springs.
they was in the district. And so
Okay.
I ended up going there and we went to state. First time in school history.
Okay, Coach.
First time in school history. We went to state there. And so end up, they changed ADs there. I said, man, I got bad luck with ADs. So he brought his own basketball guy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, it's all good. So Kermit, I left there and went to Kermit. Now that's
Mhm.
West Texas. That's north
Okay.
of Odessa.
Okay.
And so
Okay.
I went there and we was picked second to last also. And we finished, I think, third in district. Third, yeah, in that district, made the playoffs and won the first game in the playoffs. Haven't been done in over 21 years.
Mm.
So won there. It was great, man. I enjoyed it. I mean, it was real good. But they reassigned the AD at December. A brand new AD came in. Look it up, man. You can look this stuff up. I know. I can't make it up. Assigned a new AD. You know what happened, don't
Yeah, coach. Golly, coach.
you? Brung in his new people.
Yeah.
Okay. So I end up, hey, Calvert called me. So I end up going
Okay.
to Calvert. I was there about a month and got robbed. Got
Damn,
robbed.
coach.
Yeah, I got robbed uh, by some players on the team. So end up where we couldn't stay there, man. Wife was scared, kids were scared.
Yeah. Understandable. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, couldn't stay there. So Florida ended up, their coach left and went to Plainview. And so
Okay.
that was around July. And a guy named Wayne Ware uh, hit me up and was like, man, I know you're trying to find a place where Florida is trying to find a good coach. He said, it'll be a nice spot for you. So hit them up, man. They hired me. They moved me down there. Me and my family went down there, went to regionals, finals with them, went 36-6, broke every school record there, have had 12 game where we scored 90 and 10 where we scored 100. And the AD who hired me was on the AD only. He retires.
Golly, coach.
You look at that. So they make this other guy the AD. End up going to Big Sandy down there. And great place, man. Great place. I'm not gonna joke to you. Great ran place, great school. End up last year we did well. But I want to come to the Dallas area. Now that was my goal on that one. And I end up applying at Roosevelt.
Mm-hmm.
Folks told me some good things. I knew Coach Hill there, and he was the
Yeah.
last guy to win state there in 06.
Mm-hmm.
So he's at
Mm-hmm.
Clarksville now.
Mm-hmm.
Great guy, man. Talked to him. Been on him for years. And so he helped me there, man. And he told me, man, you get that job, you'll love it. And Roosevelt
Mm-hmm.
need a guy like you.
Mm-hmm.
You're old school, as they say. But I don't believe it's old school.
Yeah.
It's the right way and the wrong way to do things. And
You're
I
right,
just
coach.
believe in the right way to do things. And so that they hired me, man. I've been loving it ever since. Love the Velt, man. I love the Velt. Love Oak Cliff. The alumni is great. The community is great. My AC, man. Oh my God, man. I can't say enough about him. Garrett, man, he's a great AC. Run the program well. Support every program. Every program. Not just football. And my principal, Joseph, man, he's a great man. Support everything I do. Very helpful, very supportive. Just the whole Dallas ISD, man, is a great school district to work for, in my opinion, because everybody is supporting each other, man. And I love that. I love it, man. I love it. Mentoring the kids, man, and being that role model is huge to me. It's huge, huge to me. And so that's why I'm blessed to be here. And man, I thank God I'm here.
Oh yeah, coach. And man, I'm just telling you, man, I'm biased, man. I'm a graduate with the DISD, man. I played. Matter of fact, I'm about to hit you one. Coach Stan Hill, I call him Stan the Man Hill, was my freshman coach in high school at Skyline High School. That's my guy, man. Yeah, Coach, me and Coach Hill go way back. Matter of fact, He'll tell you, I helped Coach Hill, man, helped him get the job at Skyline, man. I helped him out on some things. So now that's my guy, man. Coach Hill, man, still talk to him. Like you say, you know, good guy, man, old school, great mentor, role model, you know, really, to be honest, really one of the guys along with Coach Mayo that shaped my life. You know, I wouldn't be the person I am if it wasn't for them, man. Coach Hill was old school type of man back in the day when you do things you can't do now. Let's just say that, Coach, you get a little more, you know, interactive with the student back
Yeah.
then. So Coach Hill was one of those guys, but a great guy. Knew he loved you. I'm a mess from the statute of limitations probably gone, but yeah, Coach Hill, man, he used to take me home, man. Sometimes, you know, things like that, man. So now used to feed me. Good guy, man. Coach Hill, that's my guy, man. Small world, man. And like you
Yeah.
say, I know DIC great district. Man, I was fortunate enough, man, to coach DIC for 11 years, man. So great district, man. That's why people want to come to it, man. Great district, man. It's one of the better districts, Coach. Hey, Coach, go ahead and let the viewers know who just tuned in. I'm with Coach Eddie Walker, head coach at Roosevelt High School. We just get a little background on Coach Walker, man, which has really been eventful, man. This could be an interview in its own. Where has Coach Walker coached at, man? And good Lord, man, them ADs, good Lord, Coach, you just God dang, Coach, man. Hey, golly, Coach. Well, let me ask this, Coach. What role did athletics play in your life growing up, Coach? How important was playing sports, Coach Walker?
Oh man, it was huge. My mother taught at school, of course, but no, no father figure. You know,
Okay.
I had my uncles to help me. My uncle Joe helped me a whole lot. But like I said, Coach Jackson, Coach Carr, uh, all them guys had a very important role in helping me to be a young man. So, and they showed me the right way to be a young man. And so, man, I thank them all the time. I still talk to them. I
That's
still
good.
talk to them
Yeah.
all the time. They was a great role model. They the one called schools for me, got me recruited. You know, wasn't that big. You know, I was athletic, and but man, coaches, man, that people just don't understand taking you home, feeding
Mm-hmm.
you,
Yes.
guiding you the right way, showing you how to tie ties, um,
Mm-hmm.
showing you how to
Mm-hmm.
dress for interviews, how to look a man in the eye when you talk to him and shake his hand. Them
Yes,
were
sir.
things that a mother can try to teach you, but you know it's hard for them.
Mm-hmm.
My coach has done that, man, and it was very important, huge, huge.
Oh yeah, Coach, I said the same thing, Coach. I grew up in a similar situation as you did. My mom and dad got divorced probably when I was about 11 to 12, man. So like you said, it was you think about that age right when I'm about to go into junior high. Coach was that's already kind of like an awkward stage, puberty, and then your dad not being there, so it was good, like you say, man. When I got to Skyline, having guys, that, like Coach Mayo, like Coach Hill, somebody like you say, Coach Mayo, love, respect, and what have you, but I can interact with Coach Hill a little bit differently because when I looked at him, he looks like me. You get what I'm saying,
Yes,
Coach? So
yes,
not taking away from Coach Mayo, but you know what I'm saying? It was just a different type of bond. And then he was like old school, like Coach Mayo. So, he had the same values. So sometimes Coach Mayo would want us to do stuff that I didn't understand. Coach Hill would be that person, kind of living up like, hey, man, could explain a little bit more to me because I'm 15, 16-year-old black male in the city. I'm like, man, what this white dude talking about, man? You talk about,
yes,
talk about Word Town game day and shoes shine, and we couldn't wear crazy haircuts. And I was wondering, like, man, what's this dude talking about? Coach Sears would explain that to me, man. So what you say, man? Coaches, man, is more than X and O's. Coaching. One thing that just the short time I've been observing you, watching you, coach, that I respect about you, coach, is that you understand that it's bigger than just basketball. And most all the coaches I've talked to, whether it be high school or college coaches, Coach Walker, they always very rarely speak about the X and O's, man. They always talk about relationships. They always talk about discipline, culture, things that sort of coach. And people don't understand that basketball is just a way for us. It's like God gives us a way to be able to interact with the kids because, we have something that they like, something in common. So we're able to get their attention. But when we get their attention, we got to do the right thing and guide these young men because he's blessed us to be able to, be able to interact with these kids and in a way that no other people on the campus probably can. You know, nobody can interact with kids like Coach Walker can, or you know, like your AC and you know other coaches on the staff, man. It's just something about them coaches, man. Well,
Yes.
coach, man, you kind of spoke of a little bit, Coach Walker, but can you elaborate? When did you realize you want to be a coach, Coach Walker?
Well, after like I said, high school, man, when I coached third and fourth grade basketball,
Yeah.
man, it was a dream of mine then, but I looked at the money wise, at the time, and I was like, man, I don't know about that. So, man, it was God's plan. He shut that place down, and I went back and got my degree. And once I did that, and I entered into education, man, there was no looking back on it. I love it. Like I said, my first year, I volunteered, man, as a coach, just to get my feet wet,
Yeah, Coach. Yeah.
And man, I loved it. I mean, I loved it. It was like no other, and I don't want to do nothing else in life but teach and coach. And I just, man, since then, hey, I'm on this run, man. No looking back.
No doubt about that. But Coach, man, it's funny, man. And you know, I do this like you say, Coach, man. You know, to try to educate the parents and anybody who's tuning in, the student athletes. It's something that you said is very important for the people that's thinking about getting into education and coaching. Something you said is very important, Coach, that I picked up on is that you said you volunteers the first year. See, a lot of the generation we live in now, Coach, a lot of times, Coach, they don't understand the importance of that, of paying your dues and things that we had to do, going working camps, back in the day, in the summertime, we used to work camps and what have you, all there on your feet working camps and things that sort. Somebody brought up, Coach, is volunteering, Coach. Like you said, your first year, hey, you just want to see if that's what you want to do. You volunteered, you didn't care about getting paid. Same thing with me, Coach. When I graduated from college, whatever, came back home or whatever, got into it, I subbed like for like 2 years, Coach, just to see if that's what I wanted to do because I had a whole bunch of my classmates that did it and it wasn't for them. We know education and dealing with the young minds is not for everybody, Coach. So it's funny. Yeah, it's funny you said that. And the same thing, when I first started coaching high school, Coach, people don't realize this. My first 2 years, Coach, I was like, I didn't get paid the stipend, Coach. I was, doing it. I was just glad the coach to be a part of the staff and somebody allowed me to be a part of their program, Coach. I was very humbled, so it's funny you said that, and the young folks need to realize that they see you now, Coach, successful coach, number 25, 24 ranked team in the state, but they don't see, like you said, the hard work you put into to get to this point, Coach. A lot of times these youngsters, Coach, I'm gonna call these youngsters, Coach, they just feel like we just woke up one day, Coach. We just made it to this point, Coach. They don't know all the dudes, to be honest, Coach. I'm not saying I'm all there, but they see me, they're like, hey, TaylorMade this, but you don't understand, man. I've been doing this, man, 24 years, man. Grinding, man. So they don't understand that, Coach. So it's funny that you said that if you want to do this, a lot of times it's not a lot of money in this. A lot of times there's no money in this. So you got to do it because that's what you want to do, Coach. Seriously, man. I promise you, man.
Yes, yes,
No,
yes, you
no
do.
doubt. Well, hey, reviewers, once again, I got no other than Coach Eddie Walker, head coach at Dallas Roosevelt High School. We just chopping it up a little bit. You know how we do it on TaylorMade Hoops Coach's Corner. But Coach, you kind of answered a few of the questions that I had for you, so we're gonna move on down. But I do want to ask you this, Coach. How has coaching in East Texas, the Panhandle, and I didn't even know some of these other places, Coach, you coached at, prepared you for your current coach position at Roosevelt, Coach?
Oh man, it helps you because now you can deal with different students,
Okay.
different characteristics. So now with me, any environment is fine with me.
Okay.
I've coached at several, and environments, so it has prepared me to actually, because at Roosevelt it's not as big and it's not as small. It's right there in the middle. So we do share athletes. And so, at small schools, man, you got to share athletes. So
Yes, sir.
that's something I'm used to doing anyway. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
encourage all kids to play multiple sports. And I'm big on that. And I'm sorry, man. It just builds character amongst the athletic program. Uh, it shouldn't be just about basketball. It should be about the program, which we all working together to build a Roosevelt athletic program. And so luckily I'm the head boys basketball coach, man, but I support everything. I'm at every game, volleyball, football, um, cross country, um, girls basketball, anything that involves Roosevelt ISD, I want to be included in it because I want us to be a family, not separate, together. You could do more as a village than you can with one individual. And
Yes,
so
sir.
I'm big on that, man. And so man, I'm just glad I'm there. And man, the path I've taken has prepared me to look at basketball in many ways.
Okay.
Because coaching other people that really are not real basketball players, you have to find a way to use their strengths to
Yes,
build
sir.
a team culture so you can win as a basketball team. And the first thing
Mhm.
I'm big on is team. Man, I start out right at the top, getting to know the players outside of basketball. Man, you got to know
Yeah.
these kids, man, and they got to know you, and they
Mhm.
got to know the real you, not that shell
Yeah.
you got to have up, man. Because kids nowadays, especially, they can read right past that
Oh
fakeness.
yeah. Coach.
You know what I'm saying? You got to be real. You got to be real with these kids. You got to be honest with them. I told them, man, how I used to was. I mean, how I used to be, and type of home that I grew up in. And what I'm saying, I didn't have my own room in high school and stuff like that. And as a matter of fact, while I was in school, period, I never had my own room. Uh, just because, man, my mother at that time, as an educator, was not making a lot of money. It
Mhm.
just wasn't, man. So, and then our house ended up burning down stuff. So we moved in with my grandmother, and man, I stayed on the couch a whole
Yeah.
lot of time. My mother finally had a house built when I was a freshman in college. So my first time having my own room was in college, you know. But man, she raised me right. She sacrificed, and man, I love my mother so much, man. She sacrificed so that we could have something, and so
Mhm.
that's why I'm big on that. I mean, I'm big on it, man. And so going around to these different places, especially going to places that's picked that last, second to last,
Yes.
that
Mhm.
puts a chip on my shoulder. And
Mhm.
I, look, I take everything as a challenge. That's just how I
Okay.
am. That's how I
Yeah.
am. I always have been, always will be. When you tell me I can't, I'm gonna find a way to do it then. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever it takes, I don't want to hear no excuses. We need to get the job done.
Yes,
And
sir.
so best to find a way to do it, not to make excuses. Find a way.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
so I've been blessed to been places where I've had support and I've found a way and been very successful in winning in that aspect. But it starts with, man, just building that relationship with these student athletes first. It starts with that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, coach. I'm big on that, coach. Uh, every time you probably gonna start laughing, but every time you go on the interview, no matter where you at, they always ask that question. So tell me a little bit about yourself, Coach Walker. It's something I always tell me, which is true. Like you, coach, is that man, life's all about relationships and communication, coach. That's what it's about, man. Seriously, like you said, it's funny you said that you still have some of the same relationships, with your high school coaches just like me, because that's what it's about, man. Life is a journey. It's about, relationships, man, and the people you come in contact with, man. Uh,
Yes.
Once again, on TaylorMade Hoops Coach's Corner, I have no other than Coach Eddie Walker, head coach at Roosevelt High School in Dallas, Texas. We're talking a little bit about his background, his coaching experience, and also we're going to talk about team culture. Matter of fact, Coach, let me ask you this, Coach. How do you establish a great team culture in your program? A two-part question. And how do you maintain that culture on a daily basis, Coach Walker?
Well, you gotta, like I said earlier, man, you gotta spend time with the kids. You gotta first let them know exactly your expectation, not
Okay,
just in that court though, but in that classroom
okay,
and at
okay.
school. You got to make sure that that's the first thing you do. So when I touched down, I had the gym open basically every day, uh, not just to see them hoop, but to talk to them and actually get to know who they are. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm,
saying? Uh, get to know what background they have and stuff like that.
mm-hmm,
And so
mm-hmm.
to build that culture, they have to know what expectations are. And
Okay.
man, I'm most low school, so I told them out the back. I said, anywhere you go, I said they're not gonna see Wu or Darius or whoever. They gonna say that Roosevelt basketball player. I said, no matter where you go, I said it's that Roosevelt basketball player. If I go anywhere, look at that Roosevelt coach. Or if
Mm-hmm.
I'm out of town, look at that Dallas coach.
Yeah.
That's what they related to. I said,
Yes,
so
sir.
you got to carry yourself as such. So that's why my motto is FTT for the team. You do everything on the court, in the classroom, outside of school for the team. If it's going to hurt the team, well, you shouldn't be doing it. And that's not just for basketball, that's a team, the staff, teaching team. That's the Dallas ISD team.
Mm-hmm,
If it's gonna hurt that, well, I shouldn't be doing it. That's all there's to it. And so
mm-hmm.
that's one thing I tell them. That's my motto. I've used it every place I've been, and I've always said, "One win, all win." So
Yeah,
if the band win, we win. You know,
yeah.
if you win debate team, we win. If football win, back we all are together, and if one win, we all win. So
Mhm.
it's the same thing with going out representing Roosevelt ISD. They're gonna look at me and they're gonna look at them players and they're gonna relate it all to Roosevelt ISD. I said, therefore, we have to make sure that we are presenting ourselves as young men the right way.
Yes, sir.
That's the right way. And that's just, and I'm not saying you're gonna be perfect. That's not what I'm saying. I said, but you gotta strive for perfection.
Mhm.
You,
There you
you
go.
have to do that. I said, and that's if that means letting some outside influences go, that means letting some friends go, you got to let that go
Mm-hmm,
because you represent something bigger than you.
mm-hmm,
You
mm-hmm,
represent Dallas Roosevelt ISD, and that should
mm-hmm,
be held for a higher standard. And so
mm-hmm.
I'm big on that, man. And we got rules in place for that, and that's just not the players, but the coaching staff. And
Yeah.
so we got to all be accountable for our actions. And so being my dealers, man, we have to be a representation in a positive manner for Dallas Roosevelt ISD, period.
Mm. No doubt, Coach. No doubt. And what you said, Coach, that's just something that you just carry with yourself all the time. You know, where I tell people all the time is that I'm never in any type of competition with nobody else. The only person I'm in competition with, Coach Walker, is the person the day before. I'm trying to be better than the person I was the day before. You know, so like you tell your kids, you can't be perfect, but if you had that mind frame that you instill in them that hey, if it ain't right for the team, you know, if it's gonna make the team or coach look bad, I might not do it. And people don't understand just having that little, you know, little voice in your ear in your head sometimes is a good thing, you know. And that's another thing, like I said, to establish the culture because I truly believe, you know, the culture is what you do and how you do it, coach. You know, what you do and how you do it. And the old
Yes,
coach told me before, he said, your habits become your behavior, and your behavior is who you are. You know,
yes,
so you teach the kids, like you're doing, coach, instilling the right behavior, the right, you know, thought processes, what have you, then like you say, hey, coach, a lot of times it becomes second nature because that's just who you are, you know. So, man, hey, like I always say, coach, hey, keep doing what you're doing, coach, man, because I know, you know, that well, you're showing that it's not, but for a lot of people, you know, that situation could be a little difficult or what have you, coach, but you showing that, hey, it's all good. Like you say, hey, you fit in anywhere. You like me, coach. Man, I told folks, man, hey, I taught at Cumbie High School, man, where I think I might have been the first African American employee they had ever hired, man. So, you know, I'm like you, man. It's kids are kids, man.
Oh
Kids are
yeah,
kids, man.
yeah.
Well, coach, let me ask this, coach. Speaking, we're gonna stay on the culture, coach. Coach Walker, do you feel there's any difference in your ability to establish team culture in a rural area of schools such as maybe East Texas or a school down at the Panhandle compared to inner city school where you at in Roosevelt? Do you think see any difference, coach?
Well, man, you just got to have love everywhere you go.
Okay.
Uh, you got to have the community have your back. The alumni helps out a lot with me. I feel like because they got pride towards school, and I
Mm-hmm.
and I love that. They help out a lot also. But with me, man, everywhere you go, every young person, every young man just need to be loved and need to have structure and
Mm-hmm.
need to need to make sure that they are accountable for their action. And so, uh,
Mm-hmm.
any place I've been, man, it's been about the same to me in my mindset. A little bit more, of us is here. You know what I'm saying? A little bit more of young black males here, and so
Mm-hmm.
I've had to seeing more like me was new to me, but it's still the same. It's
Yeah.
education and it's sports
Mm-hmm.
and it's
Mm-hmm.
structure, discipline,
Mm-hmm.
and accountability. And so it's the same, just to me. Hmm.
Well, Coach Spades, for you said that, man, because I remember, man, when I was there, I coached the company. This is after I had coached in DISD. And so I always had some of my coaches, friends in Dallas. They didn't know how to ask me. They're like, hey, coach, man, is any difference coaching those kids down there compared to, you know, coaching the kids in the, you know, in the city, you know, at Carter and Pinkston or somewhere like that? I'm like, nah, man. They were like, nah, coach, you just said it. And I told them, I said, nah, I said, no matter where you go, to your point, coach, kids need discipline, kids need structure, and those kids had some tendencies to be undisciplined and have a lack of structure, just like maybe some of the other places I've been, you know, coach. I told them, I said, just like I said, the only difference with these kids is like, say for instance, coach, when I was down at Cumbie, I tell the kids, you know, before I sub them in, hey, this is what I need you to do. Make sure you know, you box out, whatever, get your hands up on defense, close out. Okay, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, coach, yes, sir, coach. Get in the game, do the exact opposite of what I just told them. You know, come back to bench. I'll be like, so I told my friends, I said, that's the definition of being undisciplined. I said, it's the same. I said, the only difference is some of the other places I've been is maybe the reaction that you get with the kid, you know, where with that kid, it'd be like, you know, when I say, hey man, what? No, I thought I told you, you know, the box out, you know, get your hands up. Coach, I apologize. I apologize, Coach. My bad, sir. You know, they're gonna have a seat compared to some other places where you know it might be a little bit, you know what I'm saying, Coach. But still, it's undisciplined, Coach. You know,
Yes.
so it's like you say, it's no difference where you go, Coach. Kids are kids, man. The kids do what you allow them to get away with, Coach. I'm big on that. Kids go do what you allow them to do, Coach. If you allow them to do that, they go do that, Coach. You know, that's just how it is, Coach. Well, let me ask this, Coach. We gonna move over a little bit, Coach. Shift gears into talk a little bit of about X and O's, Coach. Let me ask this, Coach Walker. What is your offensive and defensive philosophy? How do you like to play, Coach?
Oh man, I'm fast paced. I'm in your face. I'm I'm defense first. You know how I am. I'm
Yes, sir.
defense first, man. I am defense first. I'm sorry. It all starts with defense, because defense leads to offense. You can't stop nobody, man. You can't win no game. And you know that.
Nah,
It's just
yeah,
how it works. You can't stop nobody, you won't win.
yeah,
So
go ahead.
defense is first for me. Uh, and I believe in getting in your face. I believe in help side D. I believe in a lot of talking on the defensive side. Uh, it's huge, man. It's huge. The small things, boxing out,
Mm-hmm.
talking, run the break. Them are things I love to do. I'm a guy that I want the ball up quick. I want to score. I'm trying to look score, man. I don't want to hold the ball. I mean, if I could, get points for passing the ball around, I would. But you get no points for passing the ball around 12, 16 times. I'm sorry. You get no buckets for that. So I don't have time for that. I'm trying to get buckets. You see what I'm saying? We get the ball down the floor, we looking to score. And I need all 5 out there. Hey, look, you open, you better be able to shoot that thing because I need you to shoot it. That's just how I am. Uh, so I shoot a whole lot in practice. We do a lot of shooting. We do a lot of quick sets. We do a lot of quick things where we looking to get in the transition and score quickly. But it all starts with defense. Everything starts on the defensive end, and I've always believed in that, and I always will. You gotta have a hard nose, tough nose defensive players to win ball games, and then you gotta be able to knock down shots and do the small things like box out, knock down free throws and things of that nature, take care of the ball, limit turnovers, stuff like that. But man, you know me. You you don't look me up enough to be knowing that I want that ball up the court quick and I want to score fast.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. I had a chance to see y'all play earlier this year, coach. And hey, for the viewers and fans, very, very exciting, man. Get your popcorn, baby. Go see them Roosevelt play, baby. I promise you. Hey, the Roosevelt Mustangs play. Hey, get your popcorn, man. But seriously, coach, something you said that I love, coach, is that you would have other coaches, from other places that would critique sometimes, teams in Dallas, especially, coach, we be around, coach. We all both coach different places, what have you, around the state or what have you. So people say certain things about, man, them guys in Dallas, whatever, man, they just want to run and gun, get the ball in the court, whatever. It's funny what you said there, coach. It's like, I'm like you, coach. Hey, the more it's common sense. It's like the more possessions, the opportunity I have to score, that means 9 times 10, I'm going to score more points. And it's something funny that I used to work for, man, Coach Smith over at Kimball when we were at Pinkston. He always say this to the team. Sometimes we want to score a lot of points. Hey, man, this ain't golf. He said it's basketball. He said that the high score wins. He said this ain't golf, man. He said, man, we ain't trying. He used to tell the kids, this ain't golf, man. He said that, he was like you, coach. Like, hey, man, I want to score. And like you said, I'm pretty sure because they in your district, you had a chance, for him to see him play with them. Yeah, they kind of, they want to get up and down, coach. Like, hey, man, like, hey, we want to score, man. He said, we come down and we got a good shot. And he's one of the coaches who come down and we run that fast break, whatever, sideline break, coach like that, like he like to run. And coach, hey, we pass down there and boom, and that kid wouldn't shoot that shot, man. Man, he the only coach I know would sub the kid out for not shooting the ball. Like, man, why you not shooting the ball? He's like, hey, you throwing the rhythm of the team off because the team is expecting the rebound. Now I'm gonna mess around and get one of my players to get the 3-second call because they think he's shooting the ball. They, you get what I'm saying, coach. I understand what you're saying. Yeah. And like you say, now I do understand, Coach Walker. Now we've all probably been in situations, coach, where we might have had teams that were as talented offensively, so we might have, to manage the possessions, get the ball to certain people, certain areas, things like that. So I want folks to understand that what Coach Walker is saying, man, is that he just adjusts to the talent level that he has, or what have you. But he's a great enough coach to realize that, hey, if he ain't got no horses, to run up and down that court, he does know how to bring it down, run some sets, whatever, play to the weakness of the defense, and play the strengths of what you have. But I'm like you, coach. Hey, in the perfect scenario, coach, if I got the players that I want, what have you, coach, I'm like you, coach. Hey, let's get up and down that court, coach. Let's put pressure on the defense, coach. I'm like you. I think the best offense is put pressure on that defense, coach. Because most of the time, teams don't. Most of the time, most high school teams, coach, they struggle a lot of times getting back in transition, coach. So, man, push that ball, man. I'm like you, coach, man. Hey, I'm feeling like this, coach. Hey, if I get back, coach, I come work with you, coach. Hey, we like to get up and down and play that defense, coach. No doubt, coach. Well, for all my viewers that's tuning in, as you can tell, man, I've been having a great time, man. Seriously, hanging out with Coach Walker, man. Me and him, we already cool, but now this is my homeboy, man. Yeah, man, he good people, man. But let me ask this, Coach. We gonna move into the for the talk about the season. And I know how you roll, but I got to ask you the question anyway, Coach. What are your expectations for this year's team, playoff, state championship? What you looking for this first year over there, Coach?
I don't talk about number state. I ain't never talked about number state. Any place I've been. The goal is state because that's the final. That's it. That's the last game. It's state. I want to win state. And I tell my players, soon as I touch down, that is all I talk about. I go to state. These games here, game at a time, but these are people in the way of our goal, winning
Mm-hmm.
state. I said, let's take care of our business to win state.
Mm-hmm.
The
Mm-hmm.
final goal is state, period. We ain't here to
Mm-hmm.
just win no district. We ain't here to just win no free ball games. We're here to win state. I want them to
Mm-hmm.
have that mindset. And they want to work accordingly because, in between there, you got to work accordingly. There are steps to take to win state. And so you got to put in the work. You got to put in the time, the extra time, not just the practice time, but your
Mm-hmm.
time too, to make yourself better so that the team is better. And so
Mm-hmm.
they understand that. They buy into it. The community is buying into it also. And so that's our goal. That will always be my goal, period.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
anybody I coach, I want that mindset. Stay, period.
Mm-hmm. And coach, I truly believe that, coach, that should be the mind state, coach, wherever you're at, set those expectations high, coach, because like you said, not saying that you don't meet your expectations, but we know in life, sometimes how it go, coach, but at least you're a lot farther off. If you come in, coach, like you say, if you came in your first year, oh, this is my first year. Man, so I'm telling you, hey man, I'm just happy, man. We just want to win 20 games and make to the playoffs and go a couple rounds. To me, coach, as a coach, as a competitive coach, that's loser and pessimistic talk to me, coach.
Yes.
I'm seriously, I'm an optimistic type of person. I'm like you. I come in, coach. They were looking at me crazy when I came in the company, coach. Coach, they were the year before I was there. They were 0-27. Coach, they had only won 2 games in 3 years, coach. And so when I come in there talking to that AD, like you said, man, he looking at me crazy when I come in there talking about making the playoffs and he looking at me like, coach, he just told me, he said, coach, you do know y'all didn't win a game last year, coach. I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying, coach? But if I came in with that mind frame, coach, of hey, this all we gonna do, and coach, to be honest, coach, hey, we end up, of course, not winning the state or what have you, but we end up, like you say, coach, down to the last, I think, couple ball games, compete for a playoff spot, which you like you say, which was big, for company, about company. So hey, man, but you got to have those high expectations, man. You can't go in, like, oh man, I just want to win. No, I'm like you, coach, man. I want. I know when they ask you that question in the interview, you probably say state. I played the state championship. You didn't see my resume. I go to state. That's right.
Yeah.
Look. That's what Coach Walker do. I play for state. That's what I do. That's what I do, man.
Yeah.
No doubt, Coach Walker, man. Well, Coach Walker, man, we down to the last question, Coach. But man, seriously, Coach, it's been a pleasure, man. This won't be the last time, Coach. Hopefully you want to come on, Coach. You got an open invitation, Coach. Always with me, man.
Thank you.
But let me ask this, Coach. For the college coaches and people that may be watching, who are some TaylorMade picks, Coach? Who are some players that college coaches should be watching or putting on their radar, Coach? Putting an eye on, Coach, over there in Mustang Land.
Oh man, I got several on my team.
Okay.
Great young men, uh, athletic, great kids, man. I have the first one. I believe is Isaiah Johnson, 6'9" kid, lefty, shoot it, back to the basket, run the floor well, pass the ball good, great character, coachable kid, very coachable kid. TCU is already looking at him, so that's good for him. But shoot, he have more. He's on a junior, so he
Okay.
have
I was about to ask what great junior. Okay,
yeah,
Coach. Got
yeah,
you. Got you.
yeah,
Yes, sir.
yeah. He's on a junior, man. He's a great guy, great kid. Then I have you got Darius, uh, man, Darius watched great kid too. 6'4", 6'5" kid, can shoot midi, uh, back to the basket, pass it, defense. Uh, great kid. Works hard. Man, he can make a college coach a great player too. Now he's a senior, and
Very
so I spoke with some guys towards him, and he got some looks also. And so we trying to get these looks concrete. You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
yes, sir, Coach. Yes, sir. Hey, you want to go from them liking to showing showing and talking about some money, some opportunities, some yeah,
There you
yeah,
go.
yeah. There you go,
There you
coach.
go. Then,
Yeah.
then I got a kid. I got Markel Gomilla, which is Woo. We call him Woo. Little man on team, man, firecracker, man. You seen him play. Firecracker. He's a firecracker, man. True point guard. He's a true point guard. Plays on the offense and the defensive side, man. Very basketball savvy. Basketball awareness is great. Hustle, puts in the work. Uh, folks be looking at him towards his size, but man, I'm finna tell you right now, that kid can flat out play basketball. He can play. He makes the engine go. You know what I'm saying? He's out there put in that work, and he's a junior also. He's a junior. And then I got a kid in we call it, what's his name? Oh Lord, went blank. Anderson, Kinston Anderson. You know, he from Tyler area, transferred, you know, towards his daddy. His daddy is on the staff and everything. Great kid, 6'2" guard, lefty, shoot the ball, handle it, pass, defense, do it all. Uh, do it all also. Great guy. He need to be looked at also. Great kid. I also have Devontae Jackson. He was there last year at the guard.
Yep.
He's a senior. He's a senior, man. He can play. He can play. Both sides of the ball too. Play hard. Shoot the ball. Vision good. Uh, hard working kid. So he can. I mean, he can flat out play the ball. I have a kid, Tyreek Swindle. You know his daddy. You know, he's over at Twin City League. Man, his kid, man, he about 6'3" or so. Versatile kid, guard position, shoot the three, shoot the midi, crash the boards hard, defense, all out hustle, take charges. Uh, that kid also have his associate degree in May. So he'll have his diploma and his AA degree in May also. So very intelligent, very smart, young man, very respectful, super coachable kid, a high energy kid. He'll dunk you. He'll
Mm-hmm.
mid range. Man, he just, hey man, he can play. Uh, he also having schools after him. He's also a senior. Great kid though, man. He can go, man. I love his game, and I always tell him, I said, man, you got the potential to do great things. I said, because you you're great in the classroom and you're a great teammate, super coachable, and you're athletic. And your
Mm-hmm.
daddy don't play.
Mm-hmm. Got that discipline, baby.
Hey,
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
man, his daddy. Hey, let me tell you, his daddy, woo, Tony. Hey, he don't play, man. Hey, he don't play with him. He tells him exactly how it is and lets him know, you know. And then I have a kid, man, that you looked at, that you was talking about too, which is Taylor Lewis, kid that would dive out on the floor and hitting that open shot and
Yes,
uh,
sir.
hustle point. He's a young man that's working hard. He's a junior, so he have another year to grow, man, and to be doing some things that I believe if he having the work, he work hard enough, hey man, he'll be right there with everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I got some kids who stand to him too. Great kid, great young man. So, and then I have a kid who's a sophomore, man. He's gonna be great. Eric Harris, uh, 6'3" kid, super long, sophomore. He's a sophomore. Uh, super athletic, man. Super athletic. Coachable kid. Once he tone in his skills and work more, man, he gonna be something to watch. Uh, the future look good there. Looks real good there. And so them are some kids I feel like the next level all step. by games in our, in our school and talk to these kids, get to know them,
Oh, yeah.
because they can play. And if anybody need my information, let me know.
Oh yeah, coach. Oh yeah, that's what we all about over here, coach. Look, coach. I'm about to let you shout out and give all the information, coach. Hey, look, coach. I know you're one of my big supporters, so you know how we roll over here, coach. You know how we
Yeah.
roll. But seriously, coach. Hey, to everybody out there, man, in the Dallas Fort Worth basketball world for the basketball fraternity, coach fraternity. Make sure, guys. Hey, I'm a basketball coach Walker, great guy. Hey, support him, to know him, because we're a family, basketball family. So hey, let him in, he's one of us. He's one of us, man. Coach Walker, good guy, man. And like you say, you can tell he's genuine like me, man. We both good judges of character, what have you. So as the kids say, real recognize real, coach. So I remember the first time you walked up to me over here, called me, was say, hey, coach, you say, hey, coach, how you doing? Coach, man, when can I come on the show? Coach, I've been watching you. So right there, coach, I said, okay, coach, coach, all right, man. But seriously, man, Coach Walker, good guy. He's in it for the kids, what have you. Always trying to promote the kids, and as you can tell, man, he's about the program. It's more than just sports for him, and that's why, like you said, I'm all about relationships, coach, because I'm fortunate enough, coach, where I could probably interview whoever I want to, coach, what have you, but I choose certain people because of relationships, and I see the impact that they making, coach, and like I said, I know the kids over there a lot of times on that side of town, down there at the bottom, what have you, don't get the recognition that they should. A lot of times people, people count those kids out, man. And like I said, we know, coach, great kids over there, man. All they need is somebody like you, coach, to mentor them, be a role model, and show them, that, hey, it's bigger than just Oak Cliff, baby. That's why I was telling the
Yeah.
world bigger than just your area, baby. And I see how
Yes.
you can take them to different places, different tournaments and stuff y'all been going to. And I know that you can expose them to different things, man. Expose them to different people in different walks of life, man. So, coach, man, I just want to commend you, coach. Hey, I appreciate you coming on. And before we go, two things. The first thing, coach, go ahead and let everybody know how they get in contact with you, coach, if they need to, as far as about your players, coach. Or I know you're a very personal person. If you want to, if you got some questions, you want to know how Coach Walker plays that great defense. If you're a fellow coach, hey, he'll chop it up with you, man, and probably, seeing some notes and stuff on what have you. Go ahead and let everybody know, coach.
So my email is eddwalker@dallasisd.org. My number is 903-504-1732. And hey, Edmund Taylor at TaylorMade Sport. Hey, that's who you need to rock with. TaylorMade Hoops is who you need to rock with. He do a great job. Hey, man, thank you for this. Thank you for sure.
Oh no, coach. Honestly, coach, man, I was telling my wife, man, seriously, I promise you, I'm still. If you was a fly on the wall, you heard, coach. Before I came on, I just tell her about you. I said, hey, I said, man, let me go on. I'm excited to have Coach Walker on, man. I said because it humbles me, man, where people, see the grind, the work I'm doing, and they appreciate that. You know how I go, coach. For you to come up to me, not really even knowing me, say, hey, how you doing? Let me introduce myself. Want to get to know me, coach, what have you, that really means a lot, coach, because a lot of times, a lot of the work we do, the business we do, a lot of times, coach, you don't get that much praise, coach. You get a whole bunch of criticism. You get a whole bunch of criticism, coach. As a coach, we get a whole bunch of criticism, what we doing wrong, what we ain't doing, blah, blah, blah. But most time you don't get a whole bunch of praise, like you say, coach, they don't praise, the kids, whose lives you have an influence on, or the kid who called you, coach, who's thinking about possibly committing suicide or running away from home, that you talked off the ledge, coach, that nobody know about. You know what I'm saying? That kid that's hungry to come to school, coach, that you slide them $2 or $3, coach, to get something to eat after school or what have you, coach. So people don't realize the things, that coaches do, that we do, coach. And I see how you smiling. I know you've done some of them things. You probably do some of them things, coach, taking away, from your family to help somebody else out, coach, So that's what it's all about, coach. And that's why, like you say, coach, I rock with you, coach. I know you got the district coming up. That's a tough district, coach. So, man, hey, I'm coming, baby. I'm coming over there to that new gym, man, and see what it's about. I'm not just going to come and see you play somewhere. So I'm gonna come to your house, coach, and get some of that hospitality over there in Roosevelt land, coach.
Appreciate you, man. You welcome. You welcome over there anytime, anytime, anytime.
Yeah, I appreciate you, coach. I appreciate you, coach. One more time, coach, because I like the way you sound, coach. Go ahead and let everybody know who had the opportunity to interview today, coach. Who you rocking with, coach?
Edmund Taylor with TaylorMade Hoops, baby. Rock with him. I'm telling you, he know what he doing, and he getting you out there.
Hey, hey, coach, I appreciate you, coach, man. Hey, good luck on the season, coach. Good luck on the season, man. Hey, it's gonna like I told you in text, man. Hey, I'm excited, man. Especially at district play start, man. It's gonna be a dog fight, but the funny thing is, I'm laughing at folks, man. Hey, I know we got certain teams. Hey, I'm going ahead and say we got the Carters and the Kimballs and the Lincolns and all that. And everybody counting out because it's your first year. But hey, I know you're gonna be in the mix of things. And when everything is said and done, I feel the coach, you gonna have one of them spots, coach. You gonna be going to the playoffs, coach. I promise you, coach.
Appreciate you.
No doubt, coach. I'm not gonna hold you up, coach. I'm gonna let you get ready for work in the morning. I got to get ready for work in the morning too, baby. I still got to teach also, coach. Appreciate you, coach.
I got you. Nice talking with you. Glad
Hey,
to have
thank you, coach. Hey, God bless, coach.
All right, you too.